Hello everybody, very happy to see everyone, and today we are very privileged that we are in Haven's office, and we have the CEO of Haven, Mr. Eddie, to share with us a very important announcement. In fact, it's something that will benefit everybody, okay, and it's a freebie. Everybody loves freebie, okay, yeah, so it's part of the SG60 gifting season, so he's going to announce something, but today I just want to do a talk, and more importantly talk about not just the gift for you guys, but also give an update what Haven is doing and what Haven is about, and more importantly for everybody's retirement strategy. He's got some very interesting insight as well. Okay, so how you been doing, Eddie?
Okay, great, doing well. Yeah.
How long has Haven started business?
We started last year, early last year. Yeah. So it's been 1 year plus.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
When the last we talked, you haven't even set up yet, and then you mean 1 year plus have passed already?
Yes,
oh
flies.
My goodness, man, time flies, man. Yeah, so much things has happened, man. But you still look the same. You look younger and younger, man.
But you look fitter and fitter also.
I am. You notice I'm using a laptop to hide my stomach.
Last year we have began to build resources, bring capabilities and hiring. In fact, this year we have achieved what we have done the full of last year. Yeah, so we are very thankful for the support of many people who actually inquire about us and reach out to us for advice. Yeah.
Well, for those people who don't know, Haven is one of the few, if not the only company I know of that actually have a non-conflict structure in serving customers, especially in the retirement planning space. Right? There are many companies out there that does this, but in a non-conflict way. I think Haven is probably the only one, right? And I've been very excited again to share everybody about Haven. Maybe you can share a little bit about since then what is the reception towards Haven, this concept, right? Because my concern is everybody will love Haven. For sure, who would not love Haven, right? Affordable, non-conflict, and serve the mass market. My problem would be another one, which is I'm more worried that that it is very difficult for noble companies like you guys to be able to survive well, right? But anyway, maybe talk a little bit about this.
So Haven, we want to be the safe place. So that's why we call ourselves Haven, and because insurance has always been viewed as something that is necessary, but there are a lot of fear, mistrust in the industry. So we want to be that voice of trust. So we built a whole Haven structure based on that. We try to mitigate conflict of interest as much as we can by looking at how we look into compensation, because compensation drives behavior. So our advisors are all salaried. They don't take incentives and stuff like that. We are very transparent in the way we are compensated with our clients. We have a clear philosophy in how we're going to do things, and we institutionalize everything, our processes. So every advice that actually when clients brought in, they get the same. It's not dependent on the advisor, not dependent on insurance specialists. We also provide the first of its kind money back guarantee if we are found to be oversold things that actually the clients doesn't need. We are happy to pay back the excess premiums to the clients. So these are things that we put in place because I think we want to do right by clients. I mean, that's our approach on doing that. And with that, actually people are writing in. People are very interested to write in.
Of course, who would not love Haven? Hey, before you all start thinking, Mr. Lu Mi is not collecting 1 cent from Haven, okay, for this. So really, I'm really putting them forward because I think it's genuinely one of the best company you can ever get to address some of your insurance, retirement needs and things like that. Although I think about it, I think I should get the char siu rice again from you or your boss. But anyway, okay, yes.
We'll remember that. Yeah.
So I think that it is a very noble thing that you guys are doing. But let me now segue a little bit, because time is precious, that you all have an incredible gift that you're going to give Singapore for SG60 National Day, right? And just just to steal the thunder from him, they have actually written a book, okay? And I'll get him to share with you that incredible gift. It's free for everybody, okay? But let's talk about the book, shall we? Can you introduce the book?
Okay, maybe the whole story of this book started way back to over 20 over years ago. I mean, I mean
20 over years ago?
Yeah, I've been in the industry for 25 years, and back in the year 2004, I have the opportunity to work with the CPF board to develop what is called a CPF retirement planner. So back 20 over years ago, so that tool was meant to benefit Singaporeans by the CPF board. So in that tool, you actually goes through a journey of identify what is your retirement needs like. For example, what kind of house you buy, the type of car you're going to buy, the transportation, lifestyle, and then translate to what is your retirement goal. And there's another part about computing your retirement assets, whether this is sufficient using the CPF and all your assets to find out whether is it sufficient and what can you do about it. So the whole journey about that help us to develop a deep dive into the various schemes of CPF. We look at how we can codify all these rules and put into planning solutions for our clients back then. Okay, and throughout this history of doing all this CPF work, I mean, we will see that actually CPF is a very important piece in one's retirement plan. I mean, CPF is the only tool that Singaporeans can have. Other countries cannot have this wonderful CPF scheme. But this CPF, to understand this CPF rules, is actually not easy to navigate.
Oh my, okay. I've came to realize, and I came to realize that the CPF rules is so complicated. Not just we ordinary Singaporeans can understand. Mr. Lu also can understand. I don't know, half of it or something like that. And I also deal enough with some CPF colleagues. Even they themselves can understand everything.
Actually, CPF has done a very good job. You know, there are a lot of information, a lot of the policy thinking, the benefits, all in the CPF website. But to navigate, how does that work for you? It's not easy because CPF is not just for retirement. I mean, it is for housing, it's for education, it's for medical,
yeah.
Healthcare. There's so many things, right?
Sure.
So if you are looking for just retirement, you need to really dive, find all this. So we find that because it's so important and it's hard to navigate, we wanted to do something that is good for Singaporeans, so to speak. Because we have that opportunity, the experience, and we can do something for that, and therefore we put into a book form. So this book form actually gives you a very good appreciation of the various schemes of CPF for retirement. Okay, and we try to make it as relatable as possible. So we put in life phases story. People in various life phases, whether are they young working adults, are they 40s and 50s, the 60s, and so on and so forth. What are the things they can do with CPF? Yeah. So, for example, we have this story of Kate.
A lady called Kate, right? Yes. I wonder which Kate is that, right? Okay.
So 25 years old. I mean, when as she start into the workforce, she'll be thinking, okay, what can she do? And then she have the CPF account. What can she do with CPF? Should she use the CPF to buy a house, or should she use cash? Should she invest? Should she top up? And how does that matters to the kids' retirement? Okay, so these are things that we actually talk about, so that when a reader read through, they can identify.
Okay, we are very excited because the CPF Playbook is here. Okay, and you know everybody knows about 1M65. It's a strategy, okay, of how you maximize your CPF and things like that, and towards retirement. But this one covers a 360 degree. Okay. And maybe you want to talk a little bit more about some of the key themes in this book, and later then I will tell you. Wait until the end. I'll tell you how to download it, how to get it. Only early birds get it free to charge you 10 cents for it. Okay, as a joke. Okay, so anyway, maybe you describe some of the key themes of this book.
Okay, so. When we talk about retirement, it's always good to find out what is the needs of a retiree. Okay, because money is just one aspect to solve your retirement. So we talk about what are the needs of retirees. Basically, to have house fully paid. I mean the usual stuff, income stream and medical safety net. So we talk about this and some of the risks that retirees face. I mean, the risk of retirees is very different from accumulator. I mean, as accumulators, we have income coming in, but retirees are drawing down. So there are some unique risks. So when we talk about retirement, there are these 5 risks. The 5 risks is about inflation, because inflation requires more capitals, like longevity, healthcare. Investing risk is actually quite important because in investments, we are told to ride through volatility, right? Because market will go up and down. You ride, as long as you can ride through, it's okay. As long as you don't touch your investments when you ride through, it's okay. But as a retiree, you need to draw down. So in the market downturn, what do? Do you draw down when the market is coming down? So these are risks that is involved. And lastly, the risk of overspending. So you need to really have a budget to guard against that. So we start off with what are the landscape as a retiree to concern about. Then we move into a basic understanding of what the CPF is about, the 3 accounts plus RA accounts. We talk about the retirement sum. Okay, talk about the various CPF plans. Okay, what are they? What are these, and how does this matters to you? So in a way, we start off with the rules. And then we go into case studies, okay, different profiles I mentioned just now, the 30s, the 50s, and the implication of their choices in their CPF to the retirement. We also have some tips on how you should maximize your CPF. So these are all covered. There are 10 tips of how you can grow a CPF better. Okay, so these are things you can find in the book.
Wow. Okay, and by the way, I've read the book already. Okay, I think I contributed. I contributed a small para in the front, and there's also a chapter on 1965. I was like, I didn't write that. You know, the author write that, and I thought that was very kind and nice that the 1965 should be described in the book. But inside there is this very interesting concept called core. Okay, if I recall, it's called CPF Optimised Retirement Essentials.
That's right.
Okay, very cheap, CORE.Maybe you want to describe what is a CORE?
Okay, so core is a retirement solutions developed in-house to help clients secure their retirement. So when we think of retirement, we think about what are the various areas that you should consider about. So in this call, there are 3 areas that we look into that we help the client to build. Firstly, the first is the 3 C's. The first C is CPF management. Well, CPF management is very important because CPF is the best risk-free interest rates product you can get. Okay, so but not everybody knows how to optimize the CPF well. So the first part is about optimizing your CPF. And that's the reason why we call ourselves core. It's CPF optimized. That CPF forms the bedrock. Okay, and then second, we look into cash flow. Because having a recurring stream of income in a safe way is something that gives a lot of peace of mind. If our retirement income is coming from assets that are very volatile, and that can cause a lot of anxieties. So we create this reliable stream income, and this reliable stream income is basically made up of a few things. Firstly, the CPF LIFE is a very big contributor. And beyond CPF LIFE, we also look into retirement annuities. And the reason why we talk about retirement annuities is because it's very stable. It's stable. And beyond that, then that will create what we call essential spending for retirees. These are spending that actually clients need to have for their day-to-day needs. Okay. Beyond that, then that will be discretionary. You can use our investments to top it up. Okay. So the third step is coverage. So Coverage is about medical safety net, because sometimes we never know of emergency cases, life crisis, you need to go hospital for treatment, disability. So this is very important, because if we don't have this, we are depending on our assets, it could just get depleted very quickly. So in medical safety net, we're talking about two key insurance. Firstly, a hospitalization plan, your IP, and secondly, the long-term care.
Must have.
Because according to national statistics, 1 in 2 Singaporeans age 65, healthy, can suffer some form of long-term care in their lifetime. So that's about 50%. And based on Singlife estimation, an average person will probably spend about $2,952, $3,000 a month of long-term care. And
how much again?
About $3,000.
$3,000 in long-term care.
Yeah. And it could range, on average, about 4 years to as long as 10 years and over.
Then gone.
So it's good to have a medical safety net.
Okay, so long-term care, very important, because it costs about $3,000 a month and it can go up to 10 years.
It pays $3,000 a month, yes.
I see. Okay, these will be cases such as a person kena a stroke, can't move very well, not just the medical, you need to hire a helper to take care of yourself whatsoever.
That's right.
Wow, this
so it could be
kena.
dementia. Dementia is a big topic, and for example, Parkinson's disease. These are things that will come in handy. Yeah.
Wow. So maybe you could give us a flavor, some things that is in the book that would help the average Singaporean who are CPF members, how to maximize their CPF return. Yeah, maybe a few kung fu is in the book. Yeah, don't you share everything, just a few.
Okay, so one of the ways that one of the section that we talk about is actually this chapter that talks about the 10 ways you can accelerate your savings through CPF. I mean, some of these things that we already know, but this book actually puts together the highlights, how to interpret, how to understand this. Okay, so there are 10 things that I'm reading now. There are 10 things. So one thing is basically the voluntary housing refund. Okay,
very few Singaporeans know that.
Yeah. So suppose you want to put in money into your CPF after 55, SA closed already. You want to maximize this ordinary account 2.5%. All right. So if you have a lot of cash and you want to invest your cash, okay, one way is to transfer this cash into the OA. So to do that, you can, if you have been using your CPF to pay for your housing, you can actually opt for this voluntary housing refund. Okay, basically means that whatever you've taken out, you can actually put back. Okay, when you put back, your money will be growing at 2.5%. So that's actually a simple form of enhancing your interest rates.
So just to be very clear, right now fixed D, very bad, KNS, 0 point something percent all the way to 1 point something percent. The T-bills just came out 1.68% or something like that. But what we're saying is that you could actually put cash money in your CPF, earn 2.5% interest, because you're already above 55 years old and you already met your FRS. So this money when you put in, any time can take out. Right? So it's a wonderful thing, right? Can you realize that it's not even a fixed, it's a special account that can give you 2.5% return. I'm going to do that tonight. So give me one more kung fu, right? So you already mentioned one. There are 10 inside. Don't you say all? One kung fu, how to maximize your CPF return. Second one, give me another one.
The other one is a retirement sum top-up scheme. So basically what it means is that if you have not reached FRS, which is $213,000 before 55 years old, all right, you can actually top it up and earn the interest rate of 4% in a special account. Okay, so suppose you cross 55 years old, all right, you have your RA account. Okay, you can actually top it up to the ERS, which is $426,000. Okay, because when you top it up, what it means is that you can actually enjoy a bigger CPF LIFE, which will fund your retirement. So these are actually simple ways you can actually maximize your cash to enjoy high returns.
Well, I'm going to do that now. I'm going to do two things. I'm going to top it up to the full enhanced retirement sum, $400,000. And when I hit about 70 years old, which is the last date I can hold back, I'm going to withdraw $4,000 every month and I'm going to live to 100 years old so that I can get, when I put in 400,000, I'll get $1.6 million back from the government. So the key thing is I need to top up ERS, like what you say. And then second is that I need to live to 100 years old. I think that's very tough. I'm going to try for it. So the rest of the 8 ideas, please download the book. Wonderful thing. And I also want to highlight one thing, that in the book there's a chapter on 1M65. Okay, I don't know how to say this. I actually talk about 1M65. I started a mission, right? I wrote a few articles, right? I've never properly described 1M65 in a chapter of a book before, properly as well written as the author. So a lot of people who roughly know, somewhat know, maybe don't know, this is the time you download the book, read the chapter on 1M65 to know how to execute the 1M65 strategy, okay? And that was incredible. Okay, any parting message for community, not just for the book, but maybe on Haven, what you guys could help our community, because you guys are really one of the few, or maybe the only one in Singapore that does this.
All right. So CPF is a very important piece in our retirement plan, right? And therefore, the book is basically to help people understand, navigate, and hopefully maximize your CPF. So at Haven, we have a retirement solutions. We call the core, I mentioned just now. And this core basically rides onto this CPF management, how to optimize it for your own benefit. But beyond the CPF, there are also other areas that you need to do because it's an important part, but it's one part. Okay, we need to look into to create a reliable income stream to meet your healthcare expectations. We also need to look into your safety net. So these are some things that we can offer to the public for us to try our system, try out our services. You can actually write into us. I think there's a link below. So for those who are interested in our core services, you can actually go to our website and submit a request, and then we will take on and we reach out to you. So typically what we do, the process will be when a person reach out to us, we have what we call an experienced specialist to give the person a call to find out what exactly is the needs, okay, gather some information, schedule an appointment, and then where our insurance specialist will meet up with them to go through the process, not just to sell a product, but basically to understand their needs, their retirement expectations, go through their insurance, review their assets, liabilities, and then we craft out the solutions for them. Of course, it's up to the clients to see whether does it make sense to them, and if they make sense to them, then we will be happy to serve them. Yeah.
Okay, so just to be very clear, Haven is one of the few companies, if not the only company that I know serve the mass market that provide retirement and insurance solution to you guys, but it's non-conflict, right? Non-conflict means they do not make more money because they sell you a more expensive product or a better product. They really have your interests at heart, and it's very interesting how you see it. We actually have a previous video which I'll link this video to, so that you can understand what the offering is. So one last most important thing, how to download the book.
Okay, you can go to the link below, okay, and download. Okay, it's open today, National Day.
So it's the best gift they give a country. No, it's free, right?
It's free.
Free, right?
Free, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So quickly download it. I don't know, a system will crash somewhere later. Don't be slow. Quickly go and get it right now before it's too late. This is Haven's gift for Singaporeans for National Day. And we are very thankful for Haven for offering everybody this wonderful gift. And I hope that the book will give you a very good insight to how you can optimize your wealth and your retirement planning and things like that. Okay, so well, thank you, Eddie, for sharing with us this. Thank you, Haven, for giving us this wonderful gift. So to everybody, please quickly go and download the book. Okay, and more importantly is read the book and optimize your CPF and retirement planning. So thanks again, Eddie, for coming to our channel.
Yes.
Thank you for providing a book for all Singaporeans. Happy National Day. We're very proud of Singapore. And let's all be raising our flags high today. And remember to download and read the book. Thank you, everybody, and have a great National Day.